I have clients who do, oh, yes, finally YouTube is live. Um, I YouTube, but I have clients who do all sorts of things. And the reason why I say that is because people sometimes think that because of the type of business they have, starting the business, there's somehow something different. Every business has pretty much the same startup uh, startup step. So I'm just here to kind of clarify that for you, and that's what I do. Okay. If you'd like to see any of the stuff I do or listen, like I have a podcast where I interview entrepreneurs in unique areas of industry, or my blog where I talk about things like how YouTube tries my life every time I get online. Um, Go hit the link in my bio, linktree/NPL consulting firm, linktree/NPL consulting firm, linktree/NPL consulting firm. Okay. You guys in Instagram land, you've been so patient. So we're just going to pop right into content. Today, we are covering how to start your patent application. A lot of people talk to me about trademarks and copyrights, but there's something that I want you guys also to learn about, and that's patents. Patents are important because they protect inventions and methods of doing something. I've told this story before, but I once met a young man who he had created this method of making faux locks look real. I don't know what the process was, but I know that he was being approached by hairdressers all over the place. And they were like, name your price, and, to teach them this method. And my guess was they were going to take that method, patent it, and sell it, or not sell it, but, make it their own. So, and, they would have given him what, I don't know, maybe he would have asked for $10,000, and then they go on to make $1 million for this method, that they learned. So patents are important to protect your inventions and methods of doing something. Okay. A lot of people get scared. They think that it's going to be a very costly process, and it can be if you're trying to do it all at once. But if you slow down and go and look at the steps, you can take it chunk by chunk, and it'll be a little bit easier. Okay. So if you know any inventors or anybody who has like a unique method of doing something, and they might want to, learn about how to start their patent application, hit that arrow in Instagram, hit share. I don't know how you share it on Facebook. Tell your YouTube people, but would it include methods of doing a service if it's something like healing too? That might be a service mark. If it's something that is specific to your company, that would be more of a service mark. Like I talked about that earlier in the week. Like McDonald's, when you go to McDonald's, you can only get a Happy Meal from McDonald's. The Happy Meal is a service mark because that is something that you can only get from McDonald's. I get this specific meal for children from McDonald's. But if it's just like like let's say you wanted a new razor, then you would need a patent. Okay. Does that answer your question, Ocean Ling? Okay, while I get Ocean Ling's answer, I want to tell you guys that starting a patent application is not as hard as you think it is. And I'm going to take you through the entire application from, I'm going to tell you all the parts so that if you decide that you want to file a patent application, or if you know somebody who wants to file a patent application, you will be able to walk them through this too. Okay? Now, the easiest way to start your patent application is to file what is called oh, come on. Sorry, guys. My battery is being so, guys, my charger is acting up. So if my phone dies on me, come join me either in Facebook or YouTube. Hit linktree/NPL consulting firm. You can find it. Okay. But yeah, so I was saying the easiest way to start patenting your patent application is to file a provisional patent application. When you are filing a patent, what is important is your filing date. Your provisional patent application will preserve your filing date. So let's say, let's use the example, this man who invented this method of making faux locks look real. So let's say he files his provisional patent application today, October 4th, 2018. He will be able to hold that filing date with this provisional application for 1 year while he gets his stuff together for his regular patent application. So that now, if somebody comes on tomorrow, on October 5th, 2018, and tries to file a provisional application, they're not going to be able to because he filed first. Okay. Now, if you, let's say for somehow you guys file on the same day, I doubt that would happen. But you know, whoever came first, whoever came in the morning will probably get it first. All right. So that is what the provisional patent application does. What it creates a placeholder for you to say, hey, U.S. Patent and Trade Office, I have a patent that I'm trying to do. I haven't got it all figured out yet, but I'm letting you know right now on this date. So that's what your provisional patent application is going to tell the USPTO office. Okay. The cost of a provisional patent application varies, and we're going to go through that. Sorry, guys. Someone rang my phone. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay. If you can see me, wave, please, because I know that sometimes Instagram likes to cut me off if someone interrupts my live stream. Okay. Do you have to do one in each country, or would one apply around the world? Oh, that is a really good question, Ocean Link. So you have to file applications around the world. Actually, I did a whole blog series on that. Everybody knows what Louboutins are. Christian Louboutin. They're very expensive shoes. Now, granted, this has to do with trademarks, not necessarily patents, but it still applies. Everybody knows what red bottoms are, right? If you know what a red bottom is, put a pair of heels in, the comments. All right. If you know what red bottoms are, put a pair of heels in the comments. If you don't know what red bottoms are, put a question mark. Okay. Because I'm going to tell y'all a quick story about Louboutins and getting your stuff protected around the world. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Some of y'all are driving, so I'm not even going to put that stress on you. Anyway, Christian Louboutin, his shoes are like well known around the world. They're in every song. Cardi B put them in a song. Like everybody knows what red bottoms are. Christian Louboutin has been going all around the world trying to trademark. Hey, I got a shoe. All right. Christian Louboutin has been going all around the world trying to trademark red bottoms in every country he can. He's having a hard time in some places, but he has to go through every single country. So he's done it in the United States. He's doing it in South America. He's doing it in Europe. He's doing it in India. He's doing it in China. Some places are saying yes. Some places are saying no. But he can't just do a blanket trademark for red bottoms, around the world. He has to go to each country and say, hey, I would like to have a trademark for red bottoms in your country, in your marketplace. Because remember, a trademark protects your mark in the marketplace. You're going to have to prove that you have a worldwide marketplace, right? So I can't just, if I'm making, local, I don't know, crystals in my backyard here in Hyattsville, Maryland, and I have no business dealings in India, I don't need to go get a trademark in India. And the same applies for patents, okay? So it's all about your reach and your spread. I mean, if you get big enough, I guess you can get worldwide trademarks or patents, but most of us aren't necessarily going to need that. Okay, I think we'll be good with one stateside. So, all right, now we're going to go through our application. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that this application can be found on the United States Patent and Trade Office website. It's not something that's hidden. If you just do a search for USPTO, Provisional Patent Application, you're going to find it. It's a PDF. I'm going to turn the screens around. YouTube, unfortunately, I won't be able to show you because I'm using my computer. But Instagram, I want you to take a look really quick at this. Facebook, hold on. So this is what the top of the provisional patent application looks like. Okay. Can y'all see that? Okay. Let me know if y'all saw that. Now, It's only 2 pages. And it's really simple. So we're just going to go through from the top to the bottom, and you'll have an idea of how to fill it out, okay? So the first thing your provisional patent application is going to ask you is who the inventors are, because it may not just be you, it may be you and a couple of people. So you're going to give your first and middle name, your last name, and you're also going to need to give your city and state of residence or country. Okay, so that's the first part of the application. Who is filing this patent application? All right, I think that's pretty standard. Then you need to give the title of your invention. So, and then you have 500 characters max. So think about Twitter, you have 140. For this, the title of your invention, you have 500. Okay. You need to provide a direct correspondence address. So where are they going to send all of the paperwork? Excuse me. So that's another box that you're going to be filling in. You're going to give the name of the person responsible for, getting all this mail. So that's going to be the firm or individual name. You're going to give their address, city, state, zip, country, telephone, and email. Okay. So that's just pretty much the information for whoever is filing. Now we're going to get into the actual patent application parts. Okay, so after you fill out all your identifying information, you come to the enclosed application parts. Okay, and you're going to check all that apply. So there are things that you're going to have to include with this application. There is an application data sheet, which we're doing right now. If you have a drawing of your invention, if it's something that needs to be drawn, you will add it to this application. If you have specs, some type of workup, you would add it. If you have any CDs, any other type of schematics that you have, they want to know what is included with this application, and you're going to check off the box, okay? Now, in this box, they also tell you what the fees are, and that's important. The regular filing fee for a provisional patent application, if you're a big corporation, is $280. However, if you are a smaller entity, there are some options. If you're a small entity, and by small entity, here is what a small entity is. Excuse me. To be eligible as a small entity, you need to either be an individual, a small business having no more than 500 employees, a university, or a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Hello to whoever just came in Facebook. So that is what you need for a small business entity. And if you're doing the small business entity, the price for that application is $140. But there is also a micro entity. And a micro entity, you have to be a small entity and also must not be named as an inventor on a total of more than 4 utility patents. So you can file a patent. If you try to file a patent as a micro entity, but they see your name on like 10 applications, they're going to be like, no, you're not a micro entity. Okay. Also, your gross income in the previous year. Well, in addition, you have to have a gross income. Okay. Also, why is my video being paused? Sorry. Sorry, guys. Even with do not disturb, some calls are coming through, and I apologize for the disturbances. If you want to see an uninterrupted copy, make sure you go to the YouTube. All right. Now, like I said, micro entity, you have to qualify as a small business entity and also not make more than 3 times the median gross income limit. So basically, easy work. Ah! Sorry, Facebook. Y'all all right? Hold on. Sorry, guys. My screen went out. I thought my YouTube went out. Okay. Basically, what they're saying is if you want to file as a micro entity, you can't make more than $170,000 a year. Okay. And if you don't make more than $170,000 a year and you want to file a provisional patent application, it will only cost you $70. All right. So $70 to start getting your patent in place, I think is a pretty good price. Now, so we have talked about the costs. One second. hold on, let me go back up here. My computer is being very slow because I have a lot of windows open. Sorry about that. So after you've told them, okay, these are the things that I'm going to be including in my application, and this is my fee, you need to tell them what is your method of payment. And you also need to verify your status. So you're going to have to check off whether you are asserting small business entity status or micro entity status. Okay. You also have to tell them whether you're paying by check or money order. And that check or money order has to be made payable to the director of the United States Patent and Trademark Office. And then, or if you're going to pay by credit card, there is another form that you have to attach to the application. Okay. So that is the method of payment section. After that, you're going to page 2. Page 2 is a declaration. And it's basically, you have to assert that this patent that you're filing, you did not, the invention that you're filing the patent for, it wasn't something that you created while you were working under contract for the United States government, because then it's government property. Okay. So if let's say you work for Department of Defense and you invent a new weapon, on your work time, that doesn't belong to you. That belongs to the Department of Defense. All right. And you're usually going to sign something with a government agency saying that if you do invent something, it's theirs. Quick story. I had a tenant. She was a manager at a well-known gym, and she got a promotion, and she had me read her paperwork. And one of the clauses in there said anything that they created for, the gym belonged to the gym. So, if they created any templates or things like that, that automatically became the gym's property. And hello, Siobhan Jones. And my tenant at the time, she's very artistic. She wanted to do all these things. And when I told her, like, if you do this, they're going to own it, she was like, well, yes, I'm keeping it. Okay. So same thing with the government. If you do something on the government's dime and you invent something, it's theirs. So you have to tell the USPTO office, you have to make sure that you're not working for the government with this invention. Okay. So that is the next section. Then after that, there is a long warning that I'm not going to read to you, but it's basically saying, be careful about what information you put on this application so that nobody steals your identity. Just because it's the government doesn't mean that everybody is honest, okay? So they said things like social security numbers, bank account numbers, credit card numbers, you should not be putting them on any of these forms unless being submitted for payment. Social security numbers, bank account numbers, credit card numbers, other than a check or credit card authorization form, meaning that form that you have to file if you're going to pay by card, you're not going to need to put all that personal information in. So you need to be very careful that you don't put too much information so nobody can steal your identity. Then after that, you're going to sign your name, you're going to date it, then you're going to have to type or print your name, put a telephone number, and that's basically your application, okay? Now, we're going to go through some quick notes on why, mine has been bothering me all day, guys. I'm sorry if I'm not as boisterous as I am. I think I'm coming down with something, okay? Yes. So I think we have, so like I was saying, the provisional patent application holds your filing date for 1 year. Now, during that year, you're supposed to be working on your invention and getting it together. If that 1 year mark passes and you do not then file a non-provisional patent application, you're done. Your filing date is gone. The provisional patent application doesn't mean that you have a patent. It means that you're saying, hey, I plan on patenting something. Please hold this date for me so that when I'm done, I'm first in line. But if you don't come through on that invention, you don't get to keep it. Okay. Also, when you file your provisional patent application, you can start using patent pending on your invention because you've got something in the works. I told this story already, but I was watching The Blacklist, and there was this episode where this woman was like showing her invention, and this lawyer comes up and he's like, I hope you're not showing that without patent pending, and it's really important to protect your work because people will steal. I am not kidding. People will steal your ideas, people. So this is why if you invent something and you really want to protect it, you might want to file a patent if it's an invention. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get rich at all. Like, filing a patent is not going to necessarily make you rich, but it will protect your interests in your invention. Okay. I know that when I talk about these things, they may, seem kind of abstract, but when you think about it, when you have your ideas, you never want to give someone an opportunity to not give you credit. I've seen so many people like have their work ripped off. There is this swimsuit company called Be Fine that is online. They make these amazing, patterned bathing suits that are based on African prints. And a Brazilian designer just took the designs and used them on her runway. And this girl is now trying to, like, assert the fact that these designs are hers. And as far as I know, she doesn't have any type of trademark, copyright, or patent. And it may take some time. So when I talk about these things, I'm not telling you these things to try and get y'all to spend money that you don't have. I'm telling you these things so that you know how to protect yourself in the future. I believe that you all have amazing ideas, amazing businesses, and I want you guys to be able to benefit from the fruits of your labor. I want you guys to get all your money. This is why I do this. So today's broadcast is short, but I think it's important because we have a lot of people who have, who can create but don't know how to protect. So if you know someone who has created an invention, please share this with them. Let them know that they may not have the money for the full patent application, but they can at least file a provisional one and hold the place for a year until they can start on the regular application. Okay. So that's pretty much all the content that I have for you. I just wanted to go through the application. If you have any questions, please ask them now. While you guys ask your questions, I want to let you guys know that I am planning, if you are in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, on October 27th, myself and SG Consulting, we are holding a business launch boot camp. This is going to be a boot camp where you are going to get your business plan done. We're going to get you registered an EIN number. We're going to get your articles of incorporation done. You're going to get contracts, partnership agreements. You're going to leave with a full array of stuff to get your business off the ground. A lot of you have ideas, you just don't know how to get off the ground. This is going to help you. Now, it's a 4-hour workshop. It's 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. We provide you breakfast and lunch. The cost for this workshop, the early bird tickets are $99. There are only 10 early bird tickets. After that, the price goes up to $147, and there are only 10 of those tickets. We're only taking 20 people. So if you are in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, or you know someone in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area who wants to come to a workshop or who needs this workshop, who needs to get their paperwork together, the link is in my bio, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm. Go check out Business Launch Bootcamp and sign up. Shara and I are really excited about this. This is our first one. We did a practice one impromptu, and it just hold on, guys. Sorry, another call. Yeah, so we did an impromptu one about a month ago, and it went so well, and we decided to make it a real thing. So please share that with your friends. I haven't gotten any questions in the box, so I am assuming that we are all good today. If that is it, I think I'm going to let y'all go. Cool beans. We did pretty quick today. Unless you guys have other questions, I'm here, y'all. Nothing? Okay. Well, then I'm going to let you guys go. You have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. Sorry. Bye, guys. I gotta move.